In this video, I tried to recreate my first video for the blade and sorcery gravity spell, but this video was unscripted, so just try and be patient with me because this was filmed around 3 in the morning, so I was very tired, but hopefully you enjoy. Hello everyone, welcome to Blade and Sorcery. Now this is a remake video of my very first video, which was a Blade and Sorcery gravity spell tutorial. So the reason I'm remaking this is because since that was my first video, it wasn't the best quality. So I'm remaking it so people who didn't understand my last video might be able to understand it now. So let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing is the gravity spell is a passive spell that just is around. So as you can see, I don't have the gravity spell equipped, but I can still move stuff around. So all the gravity spell does when equipped is allow you to imbue weapons and pick enemies up. So I have two staffs right here, right? They're both imbued. Actually, this one isn't. So the way you imbue weapons is you pick whatever spell you want. I'll do tutorials for these ones later. Not in this video, but in another video at some point. But you want to activate the spell, which is your bumper on whatever hand you have it. And then you just take the spell and you just rub it against whatever. So with fire, you just do that. Boom. Lightning. Lightning's a bit different though. You want to do that. And that does the lightning spell. But really all I wanted to show is how these spells work. So I'm going to be showing you how to use the spell in multiple different ways, which is in combat, traversing, or pretty much everything, I guess. And one thing the gravity spell does is it gives everything that you imbue 0 gravity. And it also does that with enemies too. But let's see if I imbue this, right? Which is 0 gravity. And then to traverse with 0 gravity, you want to activate the spell in both hands, and you want to slam your hands to the ground and let go. So you want to let go of the spell. So you want to do that, and you can also glide with the spells. So real quick, I'm going to go into Sandbox, and I'm going to just enable all the cheats real quick. Except for easy dismemberment, because we really don't need that. And invincibility we really don't need. I have no mods on right now. But this knocks stuff back. So when you slam it to the ground, so it just throws everything around. And then we also have this staff, which doesn't do that. But one thing it does do is it picks stuff up. So if I can get it to work, it will pick something up. So what you want to do is press the A button on your controller, or I'm pretty sure it also works with, it also works with the button X. I'm pretty sure that is. Yep. So the X and A button is how you do this. And you just do that. But it does run out after a while. The only reason it's not running out is because I have the infinite mana. which just allows the spell to never run out. So I can just hold it like this forever, and it won't run out. But the ways of traversing through the maps with the gravity up spell is you want to slam your hands, and then to glide, you just hold your hands out like that. So you want to have your hands like this, activate the spell, but it only works in mid-air. So you gotta remember that. And if you don't have infinite mana, is it infinite mana? I feel like I'm saying that wrong. Yeah, infinite mana. So it will run out unless you have that enabled. But basically all you want to do that, and it will glide you down, and then you want to slam your hands down to reduce the fall damage. When you grab something with the spell, you are able to either push it away from you, or you can pull it towards you. Now sometimes with heavier objects, they go faster, because mass and velocity, whatever. I'm not really good with science or physics, so don't quote me on that. But pretty much, if you want to push something away from you, you want to hold down A or X, depending on which hand you have it in. So with this hand, you want to hold down A. And then with this hand, you want to hold X down. And then to pull stuff towards you, you want to use your bumper. And it'll pull it towards you. So when you make a fist, right, this is your bumper. The bumper controls this finger. So if you're able to push this finger down, that means you're using the right button, alright? And then depending on how you do it, you can launch stuff behind you or launch it forward. Alright, now back to the combat, and I'll talk through it. So let me turn my volume and stuff down, because you know, it's loud. It's not very, you know. Alright. I just want to make sure you can hear my mic when I'm doing the combat stuff. So now when you're doing this, you can push them away from you, which, depending on what you're doing, you can either push them away from you, or if you have your hand like this, you can push them upward, and then you can pull them towards you and grab them. And also I have to remember I'm not invincible, so you know. And then when you imbue a weapon, like let's say a sword, it gives them the gravity effect. So as you can see, he's in 0 gravity. So see, he was in 0 gravity. It only lasts a certain amount of time. So if you impale them with the weapon and the imbued weapon stays in, it will make the thing last basically forever. And then again, this only stuns them. This launches them back. Unless you do like that. And then one thing I'm probably not going to demonstrate is catching flames. So like this guy, if he launches a fireball at me, you could catch it. And you could basically take it wherever you want. And it's honestly pretty cool. You can do the same with arrows if you're fast enough. I'm not the best with the arrows, but you can do that. And then if you grab people and pull their limbs apart from one another, they rip off. So that's another thing in the combat that I would abuse. So as you can see, head just comes clean off. But again, I wasn't invincible, so you know, I die, whatever. I should probably turn invincibility on if I'm gonna talk through these segments. All right. But trying to remember if there's any other things. I'm pretty sure you can use this. Oh yeah, right. We have to use the staffs because we never did that. So we're gonna use this staff first. So remember the thing we demonstrated. If you slam the top onto the ground, it launches everything back. So if I'm doing this right, because again, I'm not really the best anymore when it comes to these things. There we go. You just have to hit it with a lot of force. Okay. So you slam it down as hard as you can. And you can also throw it, which is pretty cool. Pretty sure you can do the same with this one. Now you can't grab people with the staff's, you know, grab ability, but you can grab objects. And you can use that at your disposal. Which is pretty cool. So, and remember, if you hit someone with an imbued gravity weapon, it gives them the low gravity effect, which you can also use to your disposal. So, hit him with this, and then he launches up in 0 gravity. And you could also throw the staff at people. And then another thing is, which I'm pretty sure it does this with every spell, if I remember correctly. If you take spells, you can't combine spells unless you have mods. But if you combine them and then slowly pull apart, it makes a bubble, right? And everything in this bubble is in 0 gravity. And as you can see, it's not slow motion. This is 0 gravity because everyone's just moving at full speed. And again, I'll probably do a tutorial for all the other spells, just because, you know, I like playing sorcery. It's a fun game, and I would definitely recommend installing it if you like combat games or medieval type stuff, you know. And also the kick button is the move stick, I guess you could call it. The joystick. So if you push the joystick in, it kicks people. And you can also throw arrows back at people. So let's borrow this lady's arrows. I'm sorry. So now we take the arrows, right? Now if you hold the gravity, the spell button, it imbues the arrow tip, right? And again, this is the thing with every spell. And it basically gives the arrow the gravity effect. So when you shoot someone with the arrow, it puts the effect on them. Now it does that with every spell there is. And if a guy zaps your arrow, I guess that sucks. Yeah, thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions on how to do this, just let me know in the comments. I'll make a follow-up video answering all the questions. Hope you enjoyed, and please consider subscribing.